Skill 4, Example 1. So the question says, the quadrilateral, where the word quadrilateral means four-sided figure, JKLM has coordinates J -60, K 30, L 78, and M -28. Graph the quadrilateral and calculate the perimeter. So the perimeter is the sum of all sides. So again, perimeter is sum of all sides. Okay? And then round it to the nearest tenth. So first things first, we need to graph these coordinates. Okay? So -60 would be -6 for the x. So -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 0 for the y means that you're on your x-axis. So this is where my first point would be. Okay? Then 3, 0. 3 for the x, 0 for the y means I'm on my x-axis. 7, 8 would be 7 for the x and 8 for the y, so up 8. And then finally, -2, 8, that would be -2 for the x and +8 for the y. So that would be right here. So what I'm going to do is just connect those points so I can make my quadrilateral. And again, a quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. Okay? So connect my points. Connect my points. Connect. And connect. Alright? So what I need to do now is find the perimeter. Alright? So the perimeter is the sum of all sides, okay? So what we could easily identify is what the measure of this side is, because it's here on a solid point and here on a solid point. So let's count this side. So this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the length of this side, guys, is measured 9 units, okay? Similarly, I could find the length of this other side. So I could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the measure of that other side is 9 units. Okay? So my only problem is that I don't know these side lengths. Okay? So what I'm going to do, guys, is that I'm going to try to utilize, alright, the aspect of diagonals. Because if you see, guys, this side right here, if I was supposed to draw a vertical line and connect this horizontal line to or horizontal point to that other line, okay, I would have a triangular shape. And if I use something called the Pythagorean theorem, I could find the length of that diagonal. Alright, so here's something brand new, okay, the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagorean theorem. Alright? So the Pythagorean theorem is c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared. Okay? So the c represents your diagonal, okay? And your a and b represents either of your sides. So this could be your a, this could be your b, or this could be your a and this could be your b. Okay? So let's count the units of this a value right here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So the length of this will be 4. Let's count the value of the vertical. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would be 8. Okay? So if I wanted to find c, again, I don't want to find c squared, I want to find c, I would get rid of the squared by taking the square root of both sides. So again, I'll take the square root of both sides. So c will be equal to the square root of a squared plus b squared. That makes it easier for me to plug the numbers in. So I'll just plug those numbers in. So c will be equal to the square root of a squared. So it would be 4 squared plus b squared, and that would be 8 squared. Okay? A lot of times I like to put them in parentheses. Okay? So now go ahead and calculate. Okay? So that would be the square root of 4 squared is 16. 8 squared, so plus 8 squared is 64. 16 plus 64 is 80. So that would be the square root of 80. Okay? So both these diagonals would be the square root of 80. So this would also be the square root of 80. Okay? So all I need to do now is find the sum. And again, find the perimeter. And the perimeter is the sum of all sides. So this side is 9. This side is square root of 80. This side is 9. And this side is the square root of 80. So let's go ahead and find the sum, guys. So the whole numbers is easy to add, alright? You can just use a calculator to help you with the radical. So again, if I'll use a calculator, put my calculator right over here. I would do 9 plus the square root of 80 plus 9 plus the square root of 80. And I would get 35.888, okay? But it says round to the nearest tenth. If you're rounding to the nearest tenth, it's the same as rounding to one decimal place. So you look at the second number after the point. If that number is 5 or larger, the number to the left of it will go up by 1 point, okay? So this would be 35.9. So again, guys, just like that.